Okay, okay. For those of you who were in the... Oh, hang on a minute. That's better. For those of you who were in the previous stream today, welcome back. I am... or if you were still hanging around, I don't know. Welcome back. The laptop is working. The laptop is working. We have some... That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, so to wash these. 2 for 1. 2 for 1 today. Yes, laptop. I've plugged in the charger. Sorry, I've plugged in the battery. Battery is back in. Charger is in. And it seems, fingers crossed, to be working. I'm hoping it not launching yesterday was just a blip and we have no problems like that, but we all know that's not how the world works, unfortunately. So, I just realized I don't have a potato peeler. Awkward. Yeah, so streams are going to be limited to when my laptop actually works. The plan yesterday was for me to actually... How am I going to peel this, by the way, guys? Don't have a sharp knife. I need to get rid of this, because that is horrible. The plan yesterday was for me to stream the game I just streamed, and then stream me cooking some food. Yesterday I cooked, what was it? I cooked some tteokbokki with some mandu dumplings. And it was, quite frankly, delicious. So I will try and do that again in the future. Generally, do I have a potato? Do I have anything? We do have a potato peeler, sweet. Okay. Welcome back, Carrie, Nana, Lee. Am I cooking woolly? No. Gonna start peeling the knife. Hi, Govins. Welcome back. Welcome back, Gareth. So, should I be doing this now, or should I be doing the batter? I don't have a mixing bowl either. This is all just, for those of you who've not been around for the last couple of cooking streams. How many cooking streams have I done? 2. It's a bit of a struggle, purely because I do not have everything I need. So it's basically trying to find out like what I can do to substitute things. Now the plan for today, anyway, that's enough yapping about the plan for today. Is I'm going to be cooking bangers and mash sausages with mashed potato and gravy. I'm going to do some caramelized onions as well if I can. Very, very simple. What I'm also going to try and do is do it inside a giant Yorkshire pudding. Now, in the past, I have done this cooking stream eons ago. When I did it back then, I used a... what did I use? I used like a dish, like a metal dish that I put into the oven, and I did individual giant Yorkshire puddings. Don't have that, obviously. Back to my original complaint of not having everything we need in the kitchen. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and use this giant glass dish and do a very shallow one. I'm just wondering how many eggs do I want to do? Is 2 going to be enough? 2 might be enough. 2 might be enough. So I'm going to make some batter, and I'm going to whisk it up inside this saucepan because I don't have a mixing bowl. Do I have a whisk? I do. This is the thing. Like, this whole Yorkshire pudding thing could completely fall apart. Completely fall apart. So it's gonna be interesting. But Jubance was saying that I hadn't cooked her bangers and mash yet, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. And like I said, the plan was for me to do this today after a different game. And we were going to stream that horror game yesterday. So what I'll have to do is stream that kindergarten game next week and do the tteokbokki with the mandu dumplings another time, because it was really good and I'd like to try a different flavor. Honestly, I'm not even measuring stuff very well because I'm trying to rush. So this is probably going to go completely wrong. So you've had one horror stream today, you're going to have another horror stream. So what we're doing, we're just mixing eggs, flour and milk together to make a batter. Now, this is the batter that I always used for making pancakes as well. If you want to make like just a basic ass crepe, you can do that. So you guys can see what's going on, right? It's kind of lumpy. We don't like lumpy. We want it to be nice and smooth. Once it's nice and smooth, we're just going to leave it in this pan. Again, normally use this in a mixing bowl or something, just to mix it up. But I'm just using a saucepan because this isn't on the heat, by the way. This is just nice and cold. Bangers and mash, let's go. Yeah, bangers and mash. We love bangers and mash. Yeah, so I was hoping to do like 4 streams yesterday and today. Like 2 yesterday, 2 today. But maybe I'll try and do that next week. I do want to make mac and cheese because I've bigged up my mac and cheese to Jubats and she wants to try it. But I'm thinking, what would I do with mac and cheese? Because I feel mac and cheese on its own is delicious, but I want to get some protein in there. I'm going to do it with pancetta inside. Because I think it's nice, and to do some breadcrumbs. But I also thought, because I've got cornflakes, remember when I did the schnitzel last week, I used crushed up cornflakes as a coating. Do you think crushed up cornflakes on top of a mac and cheese would have a similar effect as the breadcrumbs? Just wondering if that would be a suitable alternative so I don't have to go out and buy breadcrumbs. But yeah, I want to do mac and cheese and maybe cook it with something. I could maybe just get a joint of meat and then do that. So I'm kind of happy with this consistency now. Looks pretty good. We've whisked it up. Now the good thing about this saucepan, it's got a little lip at the edge, so we can pour it. I will need to use this jug, which is not in here. I don't know where the jug is. It's over here. It was washed. So I'm just going to try and pour this without spilling anything into this jug. And this is what we're going to be trying to make. Oop, sorry, I'm trying to multitask. I need to grab this plastic spoon. Going to be trying to create giant Yorkshire puddings, and inside that is where we're going to be having our bangers and mash. I'm going to try and do some caramelized. Oh, that's a bit lumpy there. Oops, didn't quite get that well enough, but get all the liquidy part. And then we'll give this a little wipe down before we actually start cooking on it. Okay, that's good. We're happy with that. Just going to put some water in there. Then recycle. Okay. Right, it's a bit chaotic here. I'm actually going to use a teaspoon to scoop out that chunky bit there, because that is not going to work well, I don't think. Okay, now what you want to do, ideally what you want to do with this kind of batter is make it well in advance. But we're going to leave it in the fridge just to chill. Okay? Pulled pork. Pulled pork is a good idea. Pulled pork is a good idea. I'll see if I can find any like pulled pork stuff. And I could make that and then make my mac and cheese on the side. That would make it for a fun stream, I think. And then the tteokbokki. That would be... Oops. God, I'm just dropping everything here. Really should have cleaned the kitchen up earlier. so that I didn't have to do it as I'm going along. Okay, so we've made our batter for our giant Yorkshire pudding. If we put it into this giant dish, okay, and it goes wrong, then it's fine. We just ignore it. We pretend that we never made it. All right? We just forget about it. So I need you guys to help me in the chat there. When people come in and go, yo, wasn't he making a giant Yorkshire? No, don't remember that. That is fake news. Okay, I've not used this peeler before. Let's see. Oh, this will do, I guess. So I'm just going to peel this. I'm going to make lots of mash. Yeah. So, yeah, I was a bit peeved yesterday because I was like, damn, like, had this plan for this week. I was going to do 2 games, have those games done. Next week, start Banjo-Kazooie. You know, I was pretty hyped about that. And then, yeah, it all didn't work. Didn't work because the laptop was playing silly beggars. But yeah, the plan remains the same. Just be aware if I say, hey, I'm going to stream tomorrow, guys, and then I'm not around, it's probably because the laptop has not worked. But yeah, tomorrow I will be in Spain. This time tomorrow I should be in a bar somewhere, having some tapas, having some dinner, something like that, which I'm looking forward to. I'll be back. We're coming back very late on Monday. Very late. I think we get back like 5 o'clock in the morning, so gonna come home, sleep, and probably no MVM stream until later in the day. So bear that in mind if you're there on Monday waiting. It'll probably be a similar time as normal because Jubats does still need to work as well, so probably when she starts working, which it's been around 2 my time, when she starts working, then I'll jump on for MVM and we'll do a tour. And there, yeah, maybe next week I'll do mac and cheese with some pork, some pulled pork. I like that idea. We'll play that kindergarten game. I will be around on Thursday, so I could potentially stream on Thursday as well. So I could do a couple of streams. Could maybe do the cooking stream, and then I could maybe do like Banjo-Kazooie on a couple of the days. Maybe do like Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know, we'll see. Be clearer close to the time. Can't really read the chat from here, I'm sorry. So hope no one's doing anything that's requiring me to respond. I'll look at your questions soon. So yeah, bangers and mash, nice and simple really. Just need to... I did the batter first because, you know, it needs a little bit of time chilling. You can make a batter like that the day before and then just leave it in the fridge, by the way. You can leave it like 24 hours beforehand. That's what some places recommend, actually. It's like when you do fried rice. Whenever I would do fried rice, egg fried rice, I would boil the rice in the morning and then I would leave it in the fridge during the day to make it like cold and stale, and then I would make, you know, the fried rice in the evening. But a lot of recipes like do it the day before. You can do it the day before if you want. It's like, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I need my big knife. Some of these potatoes have got little chunks we are going to remove. Oh, looking so hot. We'll get rid of our peelings. Oh, chucking potatoes around. So I'm just basically peeling these and then I'm going to boil them. And I mean, it's mashed potato, guys. It's not rocket science. I don't have any special recipe for mashed potato. You just boil the potatoes. These ones are not great. I'm using big chunks here. It's all kind of nasty. That's fine. There's only 2 of us eating. Yeah, we're just going to boil them up. Then we are going to mix in some milk, some butter, obviously season them up, and then we are going to mash them, which we do have a masher. We didn't have a fish slicer or a spatula or anything like that here, but we do have a potato masher, which I was using the other day. I can't remember if you guys remember what I was using it for. I was using it for something. Oh, was I using it to flip the schnitzel? I can't even remember. Okay, I just want to get these on the go. And then we can fry the sausages. Should I do the onions first and leave them to one side? Kind of wanted to do some caramelized onions. I do think we have some sugar here, so I was going to caramelize some onions to put on the top, but I'm just wondering whether that's something I do before or after the sausages, you know? Do I fry the sausages, leave them to one side, or do the onions first? I think I could do the onions first and leave them to one side. The gravy will heat them right up. Okay, so that's our potatoes all chopped up. We have a different saucepan here, which is smaller. So we're just going to throw those in, lightly salt the water, and I'll just leave them on to boil. I'm going to put the kettle on just to speed things along a little bit. Fill that right up. And I'll try not to spill it, because every time I use this kettle for stuff, I seem to spill everything everywhere. Right, what's going on in chat? Anything. Hi, John. Real life jueves? Yeah. Next stream, late Monday. Next stream will be on Monday, yes. Probably the same time it was the most recent Monday, and most of the streams have been around, 2 p.m. my time. Telling secrets? Tell me. Stop making stuff up. Then flip the sausages. Well, I don't have any tongs. I was tempted to buy some today, but ended up not doing it. Onion. I do actually need to slice up an onion, so I can do that while this is going on. Put the onions over here. Should I do a whole onion? See, I don't have 7TV installed on this laptop, and I do not have it enabled on the chat on OBS because it's not been updated with it. So when you guys are using the lasagna emote, literally cannot see it. Literally cannot see it. Got myself an onion. Oh. Just going to put this in the bin. This is a very white onion. Gonna be enough. Do you know what? Should I just do the whole lot? If it's too much, then it's on me. I mean, it's all on me, really, isn't it? Let's be honest. If this goes wrong, I'm the one cooking. Therefore, it's my fault. Yeah, I cannot see those emotes, guys. They just appear as text. Yorkshire. I don't know how long you cook a giant one for. 20 to 25 minutes. 220. Okay, but then I need to put the oil in the dish and everything like that. And then heat up the oil first. I'm going to heat up the oven. I think it's this one, fan. And about there. Okay, I can turn the heat on for this, which is top right. Correct. Yep, so I'm not burning anything. Not going to melt the board. I don't know what it is. I just can't stop splashing water with this freaking kettle. Can't do it. I can't do it. I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Okay, big question is, do I have any sugar? We have a thing which was like complimentary friggin' tea and sugar. So we had some, but I don't know how much sugar there is in here. So, okay, a little bit of, oh God, it's just slopping everywhere. I cannot stop slopping water. Can't help it. Hey Darius, how's it going? Slop time. So you can see the potatoes, boop, over there. I have these onions. I'm just trying to think in my head all the things I need to do and prepare. I've got gravy. That will be the last thing we need to do. I'm going to get this big oven dish out. Okay. This is the thing we're going to try to make a giant Yorkshire in. Okay. This could go completely wrong. All right. But we'll see. I'm going to put some olive oil in there. Okay. Now, I'm just going to put it all around everywhere. And I'm going to put it on the sides. Now, the idea with a Yorkshire, and by no means am I an expert, but what you want to do is when you get all of this stuff done first, make sure the oven is hot, and then you want to put the dish in the oven so that the oil is also hot. Do that for a few minutes. It's going to take 25 minutes, so I need to start thinking about putting it in. I need to start thinking about doing some timings. Oven is feeling hot. What are we cooking? So we're making bangers and mash, which is, for those of you outside of England, that is sausages and mash, potato. I'm going to do some caramelized onions. I'm going to do gravy. I'm also going to do I'm going to do a giant Yorkshire pudding. And put the mashed potato inside. Now, we have a problem with this frying pan. For those of you who have not been here on recent cooking streams, this frying pan is not flat. So unfortunately, not being flat means it doesn't take the heat too well. So the issue being, I don't know why it's not flat. I borrowed this from my parents. They have a set of 3. They have a small one, which was too small for my needs. They have a massive one, which is the one I usually use when I cook for them and, do large scale like paella and risotto and stuff like that. And then there's the medium one. Now, I thought the medium one would be great because then I can cook, fried eggs. I can, fry things like the schnitzel I made last week, this and that. I thought it would be good. I thought it would be golden. And the issue with this one is that it's got like a bottom which isn't flat. It's like it moves around a bit. So it's kind of like, whoop, it's got a little like divot. Essentially what that means is that it doesn't rest flat. Now normally on a gas hob it's kind of annoying because it moves around a little bit, but it's fine because the flames go all over the place. The issue with convection hob is it doesn't heat the pan as well, so we have a bit of problems with heating. We also have some problems with making sure things get cooked properly. Now what do we have here? Sugar. How many sugars do I have? That's brown sugar. Can I use brown sugar to caramelize some onions? What do we say, Twitch chat? What do we say? I don't see why not. I'm gonna look it up. You thought it was Twitch slang or bangers and mash? Caramelize onions, brown sugar. You can, apparently. For the best and fastest caramelization, use brown sugar. Okay. In that case, I'm going to not use the white sugar and only use brown sugar, which we have a number of. Also have a lot of salt packets. So what we're going to do is just heat up this butter. We're going to put the onions in, and then we're going to add the brown sugar on top to caramelize it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put those onions to one side. Okay, I need to put this dish in the oven now just to heat up the oil a little bit. I'm going to get my phone so I can check on the times. It's 35. We'll give it 5 minutes in there. I'm going to put my onions in now. And I'm going to use my newly bought spatula. Actually, Jubat's bought it for me this morning. Well, not a spatula, what do you call this? A fish slice? I guess. I'm just going to break these up a little bit. My potatoes are bubbling, as I don't know if you guys can see. My onions are not sizzling. Well, we're getting there. What I want is for those to caramelize, for me to put them in a bowl, leave them to one side, and then we can work on the sausages. Then I can put the Yorkshire in, and then we'll just be waiting on the Yorkshire with everything else kind of getting ready. In fact, the Yorkshire kind of needs to go in now, doesn't it? Let's be honest, it does. It does. Okay, well, I don't know if you can hear the bubbling is like intense. There's some intense bubbling going on. Which is good. Okay. So this is where things could go potentially wrong, and I don't know if I can put it on camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my jug of batter out. This is the batter that we made earlier. Whose one I made earlier? Well, it's the one I made on stream. We put in the fridge. It was in there for how long? How long? We've been live for half an hour, so it was in there for a little bit of time. I'm going to take this oven dish out of the oven now. The oil has heated up, maybe not sufficiently. This is probably not ideal. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour this. Can I get the camera in a way that you guys can see? If I do this, boop, you can kind of see. Right, now I'm going to try and pour this in this dish. I'm going to pour all of the batter in. I'm even going to get a spoon. I'm going to make sure all of that batter is in our oven dish, and it is all level because it's a flat surface, And the idea now is that we put that in the oven for 25 minutes without opening the door. Do not open the door and stuff like that because that will cause problems. I'm going to put this light on. I'm going to put the extractor fan on, so I'm sorry if this causes you noise. I'm going to put this into the oven now. And in 25 minutes we will take it out. The time now, so we'll give it 20 and we'll see. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Turn our potatoes down a little bit as well because they are bubbling. Okay, so it's in. Okay, you guys can see the onions, which we're going to caramelize in a second. Hi Tech, good, long time no see. What's cooking? Making sausages and mash, which is a British staple. We call it bangers and mash. Bangers being the sausages. I'm caramelizing some onions first. I'm also doing a giant Yorkshire pudding, which we're going to put the bangers and mash inside. All going well, we should have something to eat. This is what I'm hoping. I was in your neck of the woods, actually, a couple of weeks ago. Me and my girlfriend have been traveling around, and we were in the Netherlands. We visited, we flew into Amsterdam, but we were staying in Alkmaar for a long weekend, which was very nice. Went to a cheese market, ate lots of cheese, but couldn't bring any back because apparently you can't bring cheese or meat back into the UK at the moment. So that sucked. Am I going to do the rest of the stuff from Amanda Adventure 2 off stream? I'm going to do it off stream like I did with the first one. I'll probably do it off stream just so that people are interested in other games they have. But we'll see, we'll see. You know, some onion. Where's my sausages? Where did I put my sausages? Here they are. Okay. Crazy? Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Met up with a couple of people there. And just had a good time in general. It was very nice. Very nice. And then we're off to Spain tomorrow. Okay, now we're going to caramelize stuff. I'm going to be using brown sugar, which is apparently the best and fastest way to caramelize onions. I'm using brown sugar packets because this place kindly provided us with them. I don't have anything else. So I'm just going to try and get it all in there as quickly as possible. Our potatoes are going to get like nearly done, but then we're going to let them steam dry and stuff like that. We'll use a colander to drain the water, put the potatoes back in the thing. It's mashed potato, it's not rocket science. Mashed potato is so easy. So easy to make. If you've never made it before, do it. Love mash me, love it. Okay. We're going to put that there. We're going to stir these around a little bit. The sugar's going to heat up, caramelize. It mixes in with the onions. Oh, it's going to taste so good. This is a whole onion, by the way. So we're going to have a lot of onions on us. Don't have to have that many, but like I said, we're not going to be in the house. I don't want to leave half an onion just chilling in the fridge, stinking it out. Okay, pan's heating up, which is good. I will need to, you know what, I can just glaze it, be fine. Cheese and meat too dangerous to transport. Well, apparently it's like a foot and mouth worry. Apparently it doesn't matter what country it's from, like you're not allowed to do it, which is really disappointing because in Spain I wanted to bring back some like cheese and meat for my family. Because my parents always just bring loads of stuff back. And going to Italy and France as well, we wanted to bring back some stuff. So it's a shame, but just that means I have to eat more. Canned sausage? They're not canned sausages, no. See talk? I'm yapping, I'm sorry. Anyone got any plans for the weekend? You guys talk to me while I'm doing this. Anyone do anything fun for the weekend? Okay, so if ideally I would be doing this, by the way. I know I just asked a question, I'm yapping. Ideally I would be doing this, and then I would also be frying the sausages and all of that going on at the same time. But we only have the one frying pan, which I've had to borrow. I could oven the sausages, I guess, but you know. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We're doing this. Shove a sausage where they can't find it. Wink, wink. Well, we made some. So basically, I don't know. This is gonna sound maybe a little rude. I don't know, but we couldn't find very many things that were like stereotypically Dutch, like a Dutch meal. Like if I was going out for a Dutch food, what would you say? Like you'd have to try. Everyone was just trying like this and that. So we tried bitterballen, which was really nice. I tried frikandellen. Probably pronouncing these awful. Tried poffertjes, the little puffed up mini pancakes, and tried lots of little fried foods and stuff. But in terms of like a dish that you go out and have a meal, there wasn't really very much. And I was like, okay, which is fine because we went to the supermarket. Went to the local markets, cheese market, stuff like that, and we just got loads of local meats and cheese and just made sandwiches and just sat there munching on it. It was good. Even Jordan, we met up with Jordan. He traveled to Amsterdam for a while. And we got him on the farmer's meat, I think it was called. Because Swede was like, yeah, it's just called farmer's meat. I'm like, okay, it's cool. Tastes good. We like it. Bitterballen and frikandellen are classic. Yeah, bitterballen I really liked. It was like, oh, foreigners just bite into it and burn their mouths. I'm like, how else am I supposed to eat it? How else am I supposed to eat this damn thing? What time is it? Okay, we got 15 minutes. What about milk juice? Good. We did have gouda. Honestly, went to the cheese museum and found out apparently they don't do Edam in the north of Holland anymore, which I was like, what the hell? I used to love Edam as a kid. That's why I can't find it anymore. Right, these onions are done, guys. So I'm going to pop these in the bowl. Now, I kind of probably should clean this pan, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put some oil in there, just a little bit, and we're going to get on with these sausages. I'm hoping by the time the sausages are done, we can take out the... Oh shit, where's my jug? I need to clean out the jug. Okay, while that oil is heating up, I'm going to clean this jug. Yeah, so we did try lots of different gouda. We tried lots of different cheese that... we tried, what was it? Pesto cheese, wasabi cheese, the smoked one. Oh, there was so much good stuff. And then we made sandwiches for the airport coming back. So yeah, it was very tasty, very tasty. Yeah, so I'm just going to be making some gravy, which is going to be the last minute thing. So we want it to be piping hot because these onions may cool down a little bit because we've done them now, but that's okay because when we pour the really hot gravy on top and it's going to have really hot sausages underneath, we should be okay. Alright, I'm going to grab my sausages. Now this is going to be awful because sausages are going to slide down the pan because this pan is freaking not thingy. So I'm gonna have to do some stuff here. I'm gonna have to cook with the layout. Okay, and we're not opening the oven. Now what I have been doing, do I have a spoon? Do I have a spoon? Yeah, we've got spoons. Okay, what I have been doing is popping it up like this. And it kind of balances a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is it's actually a little bit too hot. I'm going to fry these sausages. I'm going to make loads of mess. And I'm going to have to spend all night cleaning. Because I've got to pack as well, because I've not done that. I'm not leaving super early, thankfully. Okay. I'm going to do that. We're just going to let them do their thing. Let them cook. Traditional you get from restaurants in the south, mashed potato and veggies. Right, okay. But yes, back to the milk juice, correct. Yes, Swood did actually bring some cartons, so we all had a carton of milk juice. It was tasty. We put it in the fridge, had it later in the day. It was good. Anything with garlic sauce? We had the fries that you get, kind of street food. We had fries with some garlic sauce, which was really nice. You approve of the gouda pronunciation? I've been well trained. My friend Swood has been On at me for me saying Gouda. No, it's pronounced Howder. So I'm like, okay, point taken, point taken. My parents actually went on a trip. I think they went on a cruise, and they docked at Rotterdam, I believe. And they went to the city, the town. And they were like, we went to a place called Gouda, and I was like, I think you'll find it's pronounced Howder. And they were like, oh, okay. Okay, I'm going to get my knife. I'm going to stab this potato. It is so soft. It tells me it is done. So I'm going to take our potatoes off the hob now. Boop. I'm going to drain them of their water. I'm getting a face full of steam. Getting a facial, steam facial. Okay. So I'm just going to let these steam dry for a minute, which is just going to let the moisture come out. My sausages are rolling. I want them to be cooked on the sides they're not cooked on very much. Okay. Yeah, so I wish I could have brought back some cheese, but alas, it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be, but I did have a good time. I did bring back some. I brought back some stroopwafels, mini stroopwafels for my sister and her fiance. And for my parents, I brought back some stroopwafel liqueur. Apparently, that's a thing, so they enjoyed that. How Gouda is that? You can never get your sausages evenly browned. I think it's impossible. You just leave yours for 2 minutes each side, 8 minutes totals. I just turn them so that the sides that don't look done are on the bottom, and that's it. But yeah, they're just, I think it's impossible to get them completely even, because, I don't know, they just roll, and I think they just like to roll towards the sides that are done, because it's like slightly flattened in that position. I don't know, I'm not an expert. I'm sure there's a chef out there who's like, the way to cook the sausage perfectly all around, you have to use the special technique of sausage a la something. Okay, so I got this today. Right, I needed some gravy. Buying all the weirdest things. So I got some gravy today. This is a new one from Bisto, okay? Bisto sausage gravy granules. It says 4 sausages. It's new, see? So we will try it. Gonna have gravy, specifically the sausages. Even on the back it says try this with bangers and mash. Like, you know what? Oh man, that might be too thick a gravy. I like my gravy really thick, but I know some people don't like it when you have to like semi-chew your gravy. Do you guys like thick gravy? You a thick or a thin gravy kind of? Where does it say? It is, why not try with bangers and mash? That's what I'm doing. Mr. Bisto. Thank you for the suggestion. We also have some Coleman's mustard. Banging on bangers. Perfect. Got this the other day, actually. Because I was talking to Jubats about it, about how like Americans are like, Brits can't handle spicy food. I want to see Americans come over here and slather their hot dogs in English mustard. Okay, because English mustard hits different. American mustard is basically like sweet. It's ketchup. You know, it's like a ketchup. It's so sweet. English mustard will blow your tits off. It's spicy, you know? Give me the thick. You mash them into a cube-shaped sausage, if that makes... Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like a long cuboid. That's usually what happens when I get... When I was a student, I remember I used to get these frozen sausages, like in a big bag. I think it was like £1 for 20 sausages. And what I would do is I would... I'm actually going to turn the heat way down on this, and then I'm going to focus on my mash. I would just like press them into the pan, so they'd end up like square shaped. because that was the only way to cook them. Roast beef and horseradish. Yeah, horseradish is another one. Yeah. Stockwell for Tesco recently, instead of Bisto. It was a big mistake? Okay, because I was going to say, I've seen that in the store, and I was going to say, like, are they any good? I think our sausages are, like, pretty much nearly there. We're just waiting on the... we're waiting on the Yorkshire pudding. Now, I'm going to... No, that's a camera. I'm going to use my torch, because I can't open the thing. Oh, shit, it's rising. It's rising. It's looking more like a loaf, chat. It's looking more like a loaf. I wish I could show you, but I don't think I can get the camera down there. It's looking like a demon. A loaf of Yorkshire. Don't get it? It's bad? Bisto's the way. Okay, I'm glad I got Bisto today then. I'm just going to keep these sausages in this, like here. They're cooked now. I think we're just keeping them a little warm. I need to do the mash. I need to get the gravy ready. I'm going to just put that down again. It's probably hot enough, but just to be sure. Okay, I'm putting my potato back in my saucepan. It's nice and soft. I'm checking the time. We're still kind of on schedule. I said to Jubance dinner will be ready within the hour, and I've got 5 minutes to maintain that. Whether I achieve that or not, I don't know. It's going to get some butter, going to get some milk. We're going to make some creamy ass potatoes. Put the butter in with the potatoes. I know you can't really see what's going on, but unfortunately I can't really move the camera too well under the current circumstances. And I only put a little splash of milk. Sometimes I put too much milk in, and then you end up with really watery potatoes. We don't want watery potatoes. Also, I'm going to season them a little bit. We did put some salt in the water, so I'm not going to put a massive amount of salt, but I'm just going to sprinkle some salt over these bad boys. It's coming together, chat. It's all coming together. I'm just a little worried about the Yorkshire, but we'll see. That was just an afterthought. I was like, how do I spice up? Not spice up as in the taste, but how do I spice up bangers and mash for stream? We do what we did before. We do the big old thingy. Big old Yorkshire. Okay, I'm going to try mashing these now. I think I put too much butter in here. This masher is not amazing, I'm going to be honest with you. It's like a plastic one, and it's kind of bendy. Might end up with lumpy mash, chat. I have this one called who I call my aunt, but she's just my godmother. She's like my mum's best friend for like 50 years now. I don't know. They worked together when they were younger and stayed friends throughout their lives. She's part of the family. But she like refuses to eat mash if it's got lumps in it. I remember she went somewhere once and the mash was lumpy. She was like, I'm not eating it. She was like, this mash is lumpy. No. Her food tastes, fairly simple. She will not go spicy. She will not go exotic. She, for some reason, will eat raw fish when we're in Spain. But other than that, she is a very basic taste profile. And I'm just going to turn the heat off now completely because I do not want these to... They're not burnt, they're just well done here. What was I going to say? Yeah, she knows what she likes. I think she's like nearly 80 now, or she's over 80. I can't remember how old she is. But yeah, she is not a fan of not a fan of many things. Okay, guys. Look at that. Look at that creamy mash. Even if I say so myself, that is pretty good. It's pretty good. We've got our caramelized onions as well, which we've sat in our dish here. Probably solidifying. No, they're okay. Perfect. And we've got our sausages. We've got a frickin' oil everywhere and everything. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. This kitchen needs to hose it down. Gonna need to hose it down later. Okay. gives me something to do this afternoon. It's fine. It's fine. You refuse to eat microwave mash because it's nasty. Mustard mash. See, I was tempted to put mustard in the mash, but because it's kind of like I have done that in the past, but because I just want to do plain. I just want to do my default mash, and then we have mustard here to add to the meal if people so desire. By people I mean G-Bats. Because I will probably be having mustard. Oh, I'll definitely be having mustard. Okay, mash is looking good. Sausages are done. Oh my god, that mash is actually really good. Holy shit. I think I've done it, chat. I think I've perfected bangers and mash. So like I said, next cooking streams, macaroni cheese, excuse me, with some meat. I like the pulled pork idea, so maybe that. If not that, then something else. And I'm going to do the tteokbokki that you guys didn't get to see yesterday because my laptop was playing The Fool. Just pour some gravy now. Gravy's got to be perfect. You know what? You can make bangers and mash. You could make the best. They could make perfectly cooked sausages. You could make the creamiest mash. You could make the best thing possible, right? Which I'm not gonna lie, sausages I may have done a little too long here, but everything else is looking pretty beast. But if you make watery gravy, it will ruin it. I mean that from the heart. It ruins it. This is our gravy. That's how thick I like it. I probably could take a little thicker, but I'm gonna keep it like this. Okay, now the big question is the Yorkshire gonna be good? I think we put it in 25 minutes ago. Was it 20 minutes ago? It's kind of looking done to me. So I'm going to move this over here. Okay, and I'm going to bring the Yorkshire out so you guys can witness it. I'll put it like here. And yeah, let's see. Okay, it's turned in. I don't know what this is. It's a Yorkshire, but I don't think I can put anything in it. Oh dear, wait. Oh no, it's solid in the middle. It's going to be tasty. Don't get me wrong, this is going to be tasty as shit. But my idea of of putting bangers and mash in, punch a hole in it. I think, you know what? If I just do this, I reckon this is doable. I reckon it's doable. I'm going to try it. I'm committing. I think it's going to be pretty easy to remove as well. Like I said, if you heat up your oil beforehand. I need to chop it in half because okay. If this works out, I could just put the sausages in. I can see this happening. I can see that. Okay. It's. I think we got this. Okay, I need to move this. I need to not burn my hands. Okay. Is that hot? That is hot. I don't know what to do in terms of... I'm going to have to serve it over here, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to serve it over here. I've got no space. And then I will show the finished product to you. So you can tell whether or not it's working. I can actually move the camera a little bit so you can kind of see me. Okay. Oh, see if I do it any further, then yeah. So I'm going to try and put these together. You can probably see me right now, right? You see me? We got all the components. Everything is ready. I'm going to put the plates closer to the camera so you guys can see it. I'm kind of confident, but I'm also like, I'm not sure. And he's still attached a little bit. Okay, we kind of got it. Okay, so there we go. That's our Yorkshire pudding. That's good. Step 1 is a success. Step 1 is a success. I need a spoon for this mash. Now, if I just dollop the mash on like this, okay. I think, yeah, we've got enough going on here that I think this mash is so good, by the way. I put quite a lot of butter into it. Salt, pepper, but not too much milk. I think that's the key. That's what I've learned over the years, is that too much milk makes it really watery. And then, yeah, can you guys see? You can kind of see, like, these mountains going on over here. Okay. Okay, this is going to be a feast. I'm so fucking ready. Okay. I could just eat this mash, honestly. I could just eat a bowl of it. Okay. How am I going to do these sausages? Use a fork. Okay, I'm going to take the sausages and push them into the mash so they don't roll off. Ooh. Oh, guys. You kind of see it. You kind of see it. I'll bring the plate closer once it's all come together. Okay, sausages are on there. Mostly. They're on. They're on. We're good. Okay, now we get the caramelized onions. We sprinkle those on top of the sausages. Again, if you have lots of hobs and you're good at multitasking, or lots of pans rather, that was our limitation today, was the pans. If you've got a lot of frying pans, you can be doing the onions toward the end, so you can put them on straight away, but these will be fine. Okay, where's my phone? I'm going to take a picture. Put the big light on. And now I'm going to put the gravy on. So this is what it looks like, guys. So we got the Yorkshire pudding, the mash, the sausages, and the caramelized onions. Whew. Looks like you've made a really weird flatbread. It really does, actually. The hench Yorkshire pudding. It's supposed to be a giant one. Years ago, I made one on stream where I did like a circular one and encased the entire meal. But yeah, the gravy, I'm hoping this isn't going to be too thick. I'll pour it on this one. I think it'll be okay. It's pretty thick, but you don't want it watery. And you need the gravy for the Yorkshire pudding. Soak it up. Okay. I think we're good. I think this one looks good. I'm going to take a picture of it with the gravy on it now. And it's done, chat. It's done. Look at this. Look at this. giant Yorkshire pudding with mashed potatoes, sausages, caramelized onions, and Bistow's new sausage-specific gravy. I'm going to not sleep tonight because I'm going to be struggling to digest this. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. That's the last stream of the week. I'm off to Spain tomorrow. I'll be back on Sunday. I'll try and send you guys pictures, but on Monday we'll do some MVM, and we'll try and get that golden pan, and then next week try and maybe do 1 or 2 cooking streams. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.